hope you're all having a fabulous day. Today I am here to do another Prima project, and this time I have a photo album that I want to alter, and I didn't want to make a mini album. This is for somebody, because not everybody understands what a mini album is all about, you know, with all the pockets and all the secret places for pictures, etc. So I thought just doing a photo album would have the beautiful look and it'd be easy to use for the person who's receiving this. So for my project I will be using this beautiful rose quartz paper pad, and it's beautiful. I love all these colours that work so well together. So I've already cut out my layers, which I'll show you, and if you want to see a video on the papers in a bit more detail, I'll put the link to that below. I'll be using some flower packs from the collection. I'll also be using some of the ephemera pieces, and I've also pulled out a couple of old Prima flowers, and these are just vines that I'll be using. So I want to use these black ones because I don't really have a lot of black vines, and these are from the Tea Time collection. So I'm going to put these two aside, and what I have ready here is an 8x8 album. So this is the album that I'll be altering, and it's just simple pages to put 4x6 pictures in, and there's quite a lot of pages, so it's great to gift to somebody to add their pictures too. And I have cut my papers to size, which I'll be covering. So I couldn't decide whether I wanted to use this shabby pink map design or the feathers, but I think I will be going with the feathers, and I'm just gonna get this stuck down. So I've just gone round and folded the edges, and the back I've just cut out another piece here, and that's gonna sit just there. Put that the right way up, like so. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stick these down. So for the main part here I'll be using some Fabri-Tac, so very strong glue, and for the spine I'm going to use a combination of wet glue as well as some double-sided tape. So I'm just going to go ahead and first of all unquag my glue and just gonna go right to the edge. And I love the craft colour on this. It works quite well with the pinks within the papers. Just gonna get that stuck down. And the layers I've already cut as well, which I will show you in a second. So here for the spine I'm going to use some dry adhesive as well. So this tape, I think, is just going to give it that extra strength, and it's going to stick instantly as well. So I'm just going to remove these and put the glue right to the edge, some down the middle, again to the edge, and then on this flap here, and bring that around. And then for the back, let's see, so this is the right way. Yep, so I'm going to have that stuck as well. So again, in with my glue right to the edge, so it doesn't come on, like the corners don't come off. You don't want to get it dog-eared, especially if you're gonna give it as a gift. Okay. I'm gonna put this down, and I have with my layers I've cut some craft card pieces for backing my layers, because I'm not going to paint the edges. I like the look of the craft on the edge, and for that reason I have actually cut some craft layers, which I'll show you in a second. So that is the front bit all covered. So for my layers I've got this black piece here which I've torn, and to get the white edge, because it's a white core, I've torn towards me, and that's revealed the white core, so that's going to go there. Then I've got this beautiful marbled look, and I also love the reverse of this. And if you know me, you know I'd straight away jump in and use this side, but I want to use this side. So that's going to go on there. And then, like I said, the craft layer is this piece here, and I've also got some craft doilies. So I'm just going to get these kind of stuck down here. But before I do that, I'll show you the doilies. So these are pre-cut doilies that you can buy from, I don't know, pound stores. I think these are Paper Mania ones. So these are some craft ones, and I wanted to use these just to bring in the colour of the actual album. So I've got these. I've also cut out one using the Prima paper in a smaller doily, and this is a Crafter's Companion doily. I've also cut these beautiful lasered looking pieces using the paper, and the die, let's see, is this die here. It's a Crafter's Companion floral bouquet die. You've seen me use this before. So I've cut out two pieces which I'll be using for my layers, and I'm just going to put them to a side. And I've also cut a couple of my layers. These are from the 6x6 paper pad, because I wanted the sentiment or the title to be a bit smaller. So I'm gonna start layering some bits and pieces. So I want the black layer quite flat, so I'm going to put some glue behind here, and it is going to be quite dimensional as I go along. I'll show you what I mean. And I have got a resin frame I want to add to the center of this as well. I think I want it this way. So I love layering papers to create the effect that I get at the end. And then I want this layer, but before I add this layer, I think I want the doilies under here. So I'm just going to place them and see where I want them. And then this smaller one, I think I'm just going to chop it in half and just tuck it behind here, just to give the illusion that was a full doily to start with. It's quite like that, so I'm going to get those stuck down. Like this. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a bit of hot glue to the center of this, so I can lift the edges, but it'll still have some instant adhesion, so I can lift the edges and tuck my doilies in. Okay, so this one's going to sit in here. I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this and tuck it behind here, like that. Do the same on this one. So I'll put the glue on the base, like that. I need to cut a bit of the edge off here. And then a bit more glue for my half small doily, which I just want peeking out here, and then I can just stick that down. So you can just go back in to your corners and add your glue to stick the rest of it down. Okay, and this glue really does, the Fabri-Tac really dries quick. Even if you've got the collal, that's a really good glue as well. I've not got any left, so that's why I'm not using that. This layer is going to be flat against the craft, so I'm going to put that down, make my little matten layer, just create a little border with my craft card, or craft paper should I say. It's not really a card, it's just a thick paper. And before I put this down in the middle, I want to decide how I want these beauties. So I quite like this edge here, and then maybe have the opposite side there, and have it like that. So, and I don't want to stick all the edges down, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue here, and don't forget this will be covered with the other layer, this layer. So I'm just going to be quite rough and quick with this. Maybe have a jaunty angle there, offset them both. So just bring your layer back in and see if you want to move it around, which I do. And I quite like that. So now I want to stick this layer down. So this layer is gonna have this beautiful frame. So what I've done to this frame is it's a resin frame. I've gone over with some of the Art Basics heavy gesso, and the reason I've done that is I'm gonna brush it over with some black ink just to catch the design and just to tie it all in with the black. And I think what I'm going to do is, because this is quite raised, I'm going to have this bit flat, so I'm going to use some foam tape, not foam tape, some double-sided tape, and put a bit more on. Take the backing off, add a bit of wet glue to the middle because I don't want this to ever dry off and fall off, and I'm going to have that quite central, like that. You can see all the beautiful layers, and these little pieces here, you can just lift them up and create a bit more drama and dimension. For this frame I have cut the little pieces out already, so all I'm going to do is just back them on here. So I'm going to just move that to a side and add a bit of glue to the back of this frame, and just kind of, I want those wood grains looking quite straight. And then I'm going to put a bit more double-sided tape here just to hold the paper and the frame together. And I've also got some double-sided foams which I'm going to go around the edges with because I want the frame to be kind of lifted off the page. I'm going to get those put down. And this paper, it's so hard to decide which side you want to use because there's pretty sides to both. And you get really nice quotes and things with this one as well. So obviously the 12 by 12 papers has the larger font quotes. In fact, I've actually got this cut out which I'll show you. So this piece is from the 12 by 12 and then this is from the 6 by 6, so you can see the difference in size. I was initially going to use the large one, but this one fits better in my frame, so I'll be using the smaller one from the 6 by 6 paper. So it's nice to have variation of the sizes in paper pads if you want to do things like this. Okay, so I'm going to bring this back in the middle and get this stuck down, and I'm going to use a tiny bit of hot glue just to get it down quickly, and I know it's not going to move then. And that's going to sit just there like that. And then this piece here, my little title piece, I'm going to actually go around in some black ink, just catch the edges just to tie the whole thing in, and I'm just using a Paper Mania ink pad here. You can use whatever you've got just to create a little shadow around the edges. And it does make a difference. And then I'm gonna stick this layer down flat to the craft card. Get it quite central. And then this is going to sit in the middle on some foam pads. And again, this is raised because I wanted that raised look. Again, it's nice to create shadows and dimensions, which I love doing. And I'm going to double layer this because I want it quite high. So I've got 2 layers of foam pad. You can use chipboard for this, or you know, leftover card packaging to create your layers. I've got these foam pads, I'm just going to use them. And that is going to go in the middle-ish, like so. Okay, so let life surprise you. And now onto the fun part of my embellishing. So before I actually put my flowers on, I want to catch the edges with this little black ink pad. So that's why I painted it with some heavy gesso, because if it was resin it'd just wipe off. But if you paint it, even if you use chalk paint, this should hopefully just stay on and it's not going to rub off. So I'm just going to dab it gently. And if you catch some bits, just rub off the bits that you don't want. Like I always say, there's no right or wrong way of how you do things. Just go with whatever you want to do. Catch a bit of the beading around the edge. I think that just makes it pop a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go on to my flowers. Actually, before I put my flowers down, I've already said I want to use these ephemera pieces. So I'm just going to move this aside and see what's in this pack. And I don't want to use a huge amount. Quite like this. Let's see. It's really pretty pieces. Beautiful day. No, I don't want to add another words. Oh, I like this. In fact, I will use these because it will tie in with the first layer that I used. Yes, there's 3. I like this camera. There's so much you can actually use. And they're really good for layering onto any project. So I think that's all I'm going to use. Don't want to go crazy. Just going to put these to aside and use what I've got here. So I've got this pretty piece here, which I think I might just have. I like that there. Could have it here because I want my flowers here and here. Yeah, I like that there. So I'm going to put some glue on the back of here and get it tucked in. Have it tucked here. Have it tucked here. Oh, that's so pretty. I've got a camera here. And I can have my camera actually, I'll put these down behind my flowers. Let's get the flowers on. So I've got this beautiful pack here, and this is from the Rose Quartz collection, and it's the item number here. And I think I'm going to use all of these because they're just so gorgeous. So pretty, these flowers. Oh my god, they look at it, it's just gorgeous. So I'm going to get my flowers kind of scattered around and just see where I want them. And then I also have these Prima vines, and like I said, I want to use these black ones. So let's get them out of the packages. So I'll be using 2. And I've also got this pack here with the beautiful greys and blacks, and there's the item code for this pack. and I want to use, oh my god, these are so gorgeous. Let's get them all out. Okay, wow, these look so yummy. Okay, so let's get something stuck down. So because I'm creating like a corner on each of the flowers, I'm gonna split the vine up like so and have the flowers kind of going from center of this. So I'm going to move this large one and just play around and manipulate where you want your vines and your leaves and your little flowers. So I quite like that there. So I'm going to add a blob of hot glue like that. I'm going to add some glue on the back of this beautiful large one and just hold it down for a second so it starts sticking. And then I have these pretty ones here. These glittery ones are so yummy looking. I definitely want to add them. So I'm going to add one down here. So let's get a dark one here. I love the contrast of the pink and the black. It looks so beautiful. So pretty. And then I have this one. I want it just behind there. Add a bit of glue. Add that there. Oh wow. These feel so nice. They feel almost like fabric. Really good quality. And then I've got these feathers from before. So these feathers, I'm just going to give them a bit of shaping with my hands and probably just tuck them here. So let's get these stuck down. I have one here and just one overlapping. Like that. And then I think I want a bit more pink just behind here, so I'll add this little guy just behind here. And got another feather here, which I think, no, I'm going to leave that bit just there. I might add my camera here, which looks quite nice, and I'll put this on some foam pad just to pop it up off the main bit. So that looks quite nice there. And onto this side here now, and I want to do the same thing like I did on the last one. I'm going to split the vine and I'm going to give it a little shape. And I'll probably have that further down like so. So again, a bit of glue. This larger one, so it's the next size down from that big one there. Glue. And I want this guy here. I love this. Look at the shape of that beautiful rose. Looks like an English rose. And I want to tuck that just behind here. And I need a bit more glitteriness like here, so I'm going to put that just in that corner. It's creating a lot of layers. Maybe add this one here. Some hot glue in. Okay. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. That looks so gorgeous. And this feather, which I definitely want to use. No, I think I'll tuck it here. Yeah, I just took it under, I don't want to cover that flower, just took it under there, just under here, give it a bit of shape. And then I've got these pretty ones here which I will definitely want to use because they're just so beautiful. I'm going to probably have one behind there. I love the chunky glitter on these. And then, let's see, do I want a bit more pink here? I really like this one. No, I think I'm just going a bit overboard. Yep, that one just there. Just to fill that corner up a bit more. Near the camera. Put that in there. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty. And I'm just looking here. I think I just want some sort of ephemera down here. And I'm just having a look at this ephemera pack because there's still loads and loads here. Do I want this piece here? Yeah, I quite like that. Just ties the pinks together. And so I'm going to use that little piece there near on the frame. And I'm just going to put it down. A bit of glue. Such a cute banner. And it all pulls the pinks and the greys in together. And whoever it's for, I mean, they can just put a date here if they wanted. So let's just move these bits out of the way. So the only thing that I'm not digging on this right now are these yellow little stamens. So what I'm going to do, I've got my handy gesso next to me, and I'm just going to go in and just going to colour them in with a bit of white gesso. So just colour them in. In fact, you can go over the little vines as well. Just highlights them, and it makes such a difference. You'll see what I mean when I show it you close up, because you don't want to introduce another colour if you don't need it. And it doesn't matter if you get it onto your leaves, just rub it off. I'm not too careful with things. I mean, I like things quite even and, you know, in the right place, but if it doesn't look right and it goes wrong, it doesn't matter, you just rub it off. It's not the end of the world. Like I've just got it on here, just rub it off. In fact, I like that look, so I'm just going to put a bit more here. So some accidents work out quite well. So I think that is it, my friends. And the beads, I just want to add a bit of white highlight to that as well. So just go in with your dry brush and create that. So that is my beautiful altered photo album. Just so gorgeous. I love all the layers, love the colours, love that title, and it looks stunning. So just a perfect gift. So I'll just show you a close up of what I've done. So thank you for sticking with me for nearly 30 minutes. I would love to know what you think, and definitely give trying altering things a go as well. So thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment, check out my blog, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.